Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get an ad account working again. This technique has saved me a few different times, so I figured I'd share it with you. In today's video, I'm gonna show you what I did to get an ad account working again after it basically stopped working for like 3 months. All right, so a little backstory. I started working with this client back in April 2024, okay? They were basically starting from ground zero. They didn't really have much spend or conversion data at all. And in about 8 months, we were able to generate around $600,000 of revenue. So it was a really good run for them. They were super happy. It was very profitable as well. This business is in the apparel niche, and generally their break even is around 1.5x. Okay, so just to give you a little bit of context here. So we had a really good run, but the problem was a lot of these products were seasonal to the spring, summer, and then winter products as well. So, once we got out of that season, demand really just fell off a cliff, and we only had like 2 real hero products that were driving the majority of the revenue. So once the demand for that product fell off, the whole ad account started to kind of crumble. We went from this really robust, strong ad account that was scaling to an ad account that was very, very fragile. We were testing all these other products, trying to get something that would work to the same level as the hero products, but we've really been struggling. So fast forward to January 2025, and we've scaled down massively. We went from generating like 25, 30K in profit in 1 month to now in January 2025, we were operating at a slight loss. So obviously that's not good for us mentally, right? We went from the top of the mountain to now questioning do we even know what we're doing? Obviously we do, but how can we get this working again, right? That was the question. What do we need to do to get this thing working again? So fast forward to February, we're testing all different products, trying to make something work, still operating generally at a loss. And then I said, hey, let's just see what happens if I turn on some of these old campaigns that were working last year that have all this conversion data. And lo and behold, that was the answer that we were looking for. They started working like a charm. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the ad account, I'm gonna show you what happened and walk you through this step by step. So check this out. So I'm looking at January 1st, 2024 till basically today, February 28th, 2025, okay? So I started working with them in about April of 2024, okay? So you can see we had a really, really good run, right? We did around 600K of revenue in about 8-9 months. We did over the 10K orders. We got the little Shopify plaque. We were on top of the world. And also this was very profitable for my client. So, it was a win-win. We were very, very happy, right? But you can see here in around November, December, things really started to get rocky, right? We were getting out of the season for some of these products. And we were continuously testing new products, but we just weren't finding a winner like we had before, okay? So, and then, in January, we operated at a bit of a loss, slight loss. And then in February, we were starting to see a similar story, and we're banging our heads against the wall, how can we get this thing pumping again? So, and I'll walk you through the months here in the ad account. So if we look at, let's look at May 2024. Again, their break even is around 1.5x. So let's look here. So May, we first started. We're still testing various products. We hadn't found a winner yet. 1.2, 4,700 spent. Okay, now let's look at June. We started to find a winner here. All right, so we're 15,500 spend at a 2x ROAS. So quite profitable. Our break even is 1.5, right? Now we get into July, start stepping on the gas a little bit, right? 28,000, we almost double our spend, 2.37 ROAS. So we're scaling and we're increasing our ROAS, which is, it's not typical, but it can happen, right? We get into August, 36K spend, 2.46. Okay, again, we are continuing to scale and increase our ROAS. Honestly, it's an argument that I should have scaled harder if you think about it. September 2024, 40K, 2.17. We see a little dip in ROAS, but we're still scaling. So we're good and we're profitable. Okay, we get into October, 63K spent, 2.2x ROAS, okay? Now we have multiple winners. We have like 2 or 3 winners, and we're scaling, we're profitable. November, 57K, 1.84. Honestly, the Black Friday period wasn't incredible for this client. We made some mistakes, like me and the client, in the way that we ran our Black Friday, but we learned from it, and we're going to do it differently next time. I'll just leave it at that. Now look, also we're starting to get out of the season of our winning product, so I think that definitely contributed to it, because even before the Black Friday period, we started to see like results kind of start to fall off. But anyways, now getting into December, 22K. We're really like pulling back spend because I was seeing the results kind of, it was just really rocky, and I was just pulling back because I didn't want to generate losses for him, and it just wasn't looking good, right? So we're at 1.88, 22,000 spent, and now we look at January 2025 this year. Everything is like the bottom has fallen out of this ad account. Okay, 15K spend, 1.84. Okay, I guess they were still slightly profitable here. The challenge here was we had some tariffs, right? We had some cost changes in their product, so their break even kind of shifted up at the end of last year, early this year. So I think their break even actually shifted upwards to like 1.7, 1.8 at this time period. Now we look at February. We're back. We're starting to find the results that we're looking for, okay? So what did I do? Well, I went back to some of our best campaigns. I went to maximum. I went by amount spent, and I literally went to some of these top campaigns, and I said, all right, let me just try turning one of these on at, let's say, $200 a day. I know that this ad account can sustain $200 a day, so let me try that, okay? And what happens? Well, lo and behold, it actually starts working again. It's a little early for the season for this product, but it starts working. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, we're on to something here. This campaign was set up in a crazy method. So basically, these are all duplicates of the same exact ad set, and each one has the same exact ads inside. So this is a scaling technique that we use that worked really well. So I turned on all the ad sets, and I turned on the campaign, and the budget was like, I had lowered it to like 50, and now I raised it back up to 200 just to see what would happen, okay? And started working like a charm, okay? Super happy with that. And since it's been live since about the 3rd, haven't really had to optimize it. All the ad sets have been working. So I'm like, all right, perfect. Now I do it again, a few days, about a little over 2 weeks later, I do it again. I just turn on another one. And then a few days after that, I do it again, right? And then a 4th time. So I turn on 4 winning campaigns from the past, and they all stuck, okay? That's not usual. Normally, I would say the hit rate on this is like 50%. Like it could be really hit or miss. I'm also doing some optimization in some of these. They haven't all worked amazing. So let's look at February. February 2024. Oh, sorry, not 2024, 2025. So if we look at some of these now, you can see that this one is at 1.69, 1.69. This is a brand new one. We're testing another product, but you can see these two aren't doing as well as they were before, where you can see, like, I'll put a check mark next to these two. Go to maximum. You can see that they were historically at 2.21. Right now they're at 1.69 or so. So, there's some optimizations that I'm doing here. I'm closing some ad sets. I'm lowering the budgets a little bit. But hey, out of the 4 that I turned on, 2 of them are super profitable. Also, they had we caught some, tailwinds, where their product costs dropped again. So actually their break even now is around 1.4. So even 1.69 is profitable. This is a dynamic of drop shipping. But anyways, you can see here that I turned on 4 campaigns and they're working. And now this ad account is set to start scaling, and we're testing. We're learning. We learned from all of our mistakes last year, and we're not sitting back when things are going well. We're testing continuously new products, new creative, new products, new creative, so that we can find more winners, because we can't just rely on some like 2 or 3 hero products that are seasonal. Can't do that. So thankfully, this ad account now has a shit ton of data in it, right? We have 300K spent, 11,200 purchases, right? So this ad account is seasoned. I know how it behaves, so I know how to work with it. So that's what I wanted to show you. I do recommend you try turning on old things. If you ever doubted it or thought about trying it, give it a try. It doesn't always work, like I said, maybe 50% of the time it works, but it can literally revive an ad account, okay? So yeah, that's what I had for you. The moral of the story is, if you've ever considered turning on an old campaign that's worked really well in the past, I would give it a try. Treat it like a brand new campaign, right? But it has all that conversion data, so it could potentially find its way again and be profitable. So like I said, I normally have like a maybe 50% hit rate on this, but sometimes, like when nothing is working, this could be the ace up your sleeve that gets your ad account working again. So I really appreciate you watching this video. If you found value in this video and you want to keep learning, I did just release a brand new paid Meta Ads community called Meta Ads Mastery. In Meta Ads Mastery, we are talking about all things Meta Ads. So we focus on the technical side of Meta Ads, as well as human psychology, copywriting, and tried and true advertising techniques, so we can make really, really profitable ads and scale up businesses together. We do a weekly live Q&A call where it's recorded, and we talk about the latest updates, case studies, Q&A, and we also have a forum where you can ask me and the other advertisers questions. And I guarantee you, if you're facing a problem, one of us has solved it already. And last, you also have direct access to DM me if you have any questions. You may or may not know I'm managing around 20 ad accounts at a time. I have eyes across so many different ad accounts. I can tell you if it's a good day or bad day on Meta. This is only $99 a month currently. It's going to go up in the future, but for right now, if you're seeing this and it's still $99, I highly recommend you take advantage of it. The value is insane, guys. For 1 day's worth of ad spend, you could get guidance from not only myself, but other seasoned advertisers. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.